Hello and welcome to Hybrid, powered by chinkseyMEDIA. Right, the day after the day before, the night before, wherever it is, Rakeem Noble is on the mic.
Yeah, we are here. Well, change up the scenery, change up the background, different part of the Emirates. It's not match day, but we're still going to wrap it up like it's match day.
Exactly.
And even better, so we now know who we're going to verse in the Champions League
Everton,
final.
though, Everton did us a favour on Monday evening, 3-3 against Man City. What on earth was that?
Listen, the dopamine of the last 4 days, from Saturday to Tuesday, has been an incredible ride. Okay, let's just start off. Let's start off at Saturday.
Yeah.
Just briefly, we went through it already. But 3-0 to Arsenal. At that point, you know, good performance, good amount of goals. We're confident things are going in that direction. Cool, we just got to bank on what's going to happen on Monday night. And at that point, a lot of us were optimistic. Oh, it's Everton. City run through them before. Because I remember season before last, same predicament, 3-0 to Manchester City.
Yeah.
But you know what? Man City, they go up 1-0 in the first half. We're thinking, same old story.
Yeah.
If Everton can salvage a point, I'll be happy at that. Second half comes and Everton are now winning. It's now 3-1 Everton. 3-1 to Everton. So we're now thinking, wow, this title's coming home early. We didn't expect this one. They put a goal back, 3-2. Oh yeah, Gehi, the undercover agent Gehi, massive slip up, cancels a goal, but then
Did you see his face after, is it the second goal, or is it, I think it was...
The second goal. It's the second goal he scored. The second goal, when he passed it back.
It's either the second goal or when Donnarumma made a one-on-one save and his face just looked like resigned. And then after that, he made the mistake.
Oh, no, I didn't see that bit.
Yeah.
That was after.
He had a shocker.
2 shockers.
Yeah.
And you can see in his face when he passed it back, it was like Steven Gerrard against Chelsea with the league title when he threw it away. That could be the Steven Gerrard moment. But yeah, at the end of the game, we was feeling a bit gutted because we was feeling this could have been a loss for City. This could have been 0 points. But you know what? We went into that game expecting the minimal. We were just hoping that Everton didn't get beaten.
So am I the only one that was like happy? Because I, like you saying now, I expected Man City to win. So even though they were 3-1, 3-1 up, I was just happy that Man City didn't win.
Of 90 minutes finished, the game finished, and Doku got that last minute goal with the last kick of the game, I was gutted. But you know what? Let's revamp ourselves. Let's look at it from another perspective of eyes. That's a draw. That's 2 points lost.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than what we was expecting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take that and run for the hills. We're gonna run to Upton Park. We're gonna run to the London Stadium.
We're
gonna run City with that slip up of points and take 3 points to further capitalise on this margin. But you know, I forgot as well. City play, don't they? City play
Saturday Brentford
at 5:30
at
home to Brentford. And Brentford, they're fighting. Brentford are fighting. Brentford, Bournemouth, them teams, they're fighting for Europe. They're fighting for their life for Europe. They would love that position.
Yeah.
So we know that they're going to go there and they're going to try. Because a couple seasons now, I've had issues with teams going up against City in the business end with nothing to play for and just lying over.
Yeah, on the beach, as they say.
They're on the beach, they're chilling. It's 3-0 by half time. They don't care. The manager don't care. No one cares. Yeah. And I'm glad it's not that kind of season anymore. I'm glad we're at a point. Look at the gap between 12th place and I think it's 7th place. Between 12th and 7th place, there's like 5 points difference. The team that's 12th could potentially get some kind of European football next year.
Chelsea could finish 16th because they're only 6 points behind Nottingham Forest.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I'd love to see them go down. I'd love to see them get no European
Crazy.
football. But for the teams that are 12th to 5th to 12th, yeah, man, it's open season. Every game to play for. 3 games left. You can make something of it. So yeah, you got City, give them your game. You got a hard fixture. Go all out. They got Villa, Bournemouth, and Brentford. All 3 of those
and Crystal
teams,
Palace.
Do you know, Crystal
Aston,
Palace, I'll pass to Crystal Palace because if they win tonight, Crystal Palace, they're going to be resting players because that's what's more important to them. They want to win that.
They don't even need to win tonight. They're 3-1 up from the first leg.
There we go.
As long as they don't lose by 2 goals, they're in the final.
If they win tonight, they got the final. And I can understand you're going to go easy on guys, keep them rested for the final. So I ain't expecting much from Palace, fair dues. But Villa, Bournemouth and Brentford, you three, you want this, right?
Bournemouth's the toughest one.
You want this. Like you want to play football in Europe. You'll be on the big stage again. This is your night to go and do that.
Start, sub, sell. Kudus, Bowen, Omari, Hutchinson.
Start Kudus. Bench Bowen. And Omari Hutchinson, I guess, has got to go.
What league position will AFC Sunderland finish in?
See, Sunderland are another one that are like balancing. They're in that floating area. They're in that area where you could end up with nothing. Well, you're not going to get relegated. But you could end up with nothing. You could end up with a Conference League place if you really push for it and with a bit of luck. I think top half of the table. I think 9th, 8th, or 10th, somewhere in that region. I don't think they'll get Europe, but I think they'll be comfortably in the top half of the table.
We did play on Tuesday and we beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. We're in the final. Talk to me about the game, Rakeem.
Talk about the game. Like, I think it was. We all knew it was going to be a low scoreline. You know, we got probably two of the best defensive teams in Europe and the world going face to face with each other, where all the stakes are high. After the first game, the deadlock was broken by 2 penalties. That's what separated. That's what made the scorelines. 2 penalty goals. So this game, 1 goal in the first half, and that was it. Both teams defended, both teams went for the attack, but it's always going to be very cautious. It was never going to be a PSG Bayern Munich. It was never going to be an advert for football of goal to goal.
I liked the first game though. It had a bit of suspense. It was cagey, you know. There was
that's Arsenal
good
fans,
aspects to it.
We've become immune to cagey games. We've become immune to those kind of games now. That's what we expect now from a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arsenal done what they needed to do, and Arteta put the formation out right. One big thing to highlight on Myles, Lewis-Skelly, central midfield. Since last year, start of this season, last season, people have been saying Myles Skelly, central midfield, give him the role, give him the tryout.
Yeah.
And it was getting to the point in the season where we're coming towards the end and he's not really had an impact. Because Calafuri's back, Hancapi's there, his left back position isn't solidified like it was last season. He's had a few games in the cup where he had a bit of rust. And then I saw online a couple of weeks ago about reports of Man United showing interest in Chelsea.
We spoke about that.
And it's like, a young player of his caliber could be swayed because you're 19 years old and you're not getting much game playing time, and this is your crucial development period of time. So the ideas of maybe drifting away, I couldn't blame him. I couldn't blame him if he wanted to go to another club where he's going to get a guaranteed start. But it took Arteta, 90% of the season, but yeah, we finally got there. You put him in the Champions League, you put him in the league against Fulham, you put him in the Champions League at central mid on both occasions. 2 for 2, he's done the job. He's looked amazing there. He's held up play, broke the lines, passed the balls through. Hasn't had any shaky
He
moments.
looks in great physical condition as well. He's been in the gym. He looks big and strong.
And as well, a plus on that, he's had time to train, he's had time to bulk up, he's had time to get sturdier. He's fresh.
Yeah.
He's fresh. He's a player that's not played a great amount of matches at this part of the season. So when you're looking for new injection, new blood, players that have that oomph to them are fully rested, it's basically like a new signing.
Yeah.
You could say we've got a new central midfielder.
Saka as well.
Who's fresh. Saka.
You know, reinvigorated, refreshed,
he's
revitalised.
I don't know how refreshed he is. Like, if you notice, against Fulham, took off at half. Great first half, took him off at half time. Against Atletico, great first half again. Took him off at like 55 to 60 minutes.
Arteta loves to do that though. When a player, I've noticed, like you say, the algorithm, I've noticed when a player's out for a long time, he'll use 2 or 3 games to kind of reintegrate him in the side. So they might, for first game, they might get like 15, 20 minutes. Second game, more. Third game, more. Fourth game, start. Full game.
That, but at the same time, that's a good strategy. That's a good formula to use.
Yeah.
But we don't know how fully fit he is yet. We don't know how fully ready he is yet. And especially now at the business end of the season, he'll come and offer, but can he do it for the 90 minutes? Good thing we've got the squad depth to balance that out. But I wouldn't say he's as fresh as Myles is right now. Like I said, Myles has been a man that's been on the bench for most of the season. He is ready to go. Saka's been playing and come back from injuries. I'll say Saka's probably not his best. That's the thing. I don't think Saka's even his best yet. Saka is not yet at his best. That is the scary thing to know about Saka. And I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad that he's getting that rest now. Because remember 2 seasons ago, he'd be played out for the full 90 minutes, back-to-back weekend. We've got Madueke now. We've got Martinelli now, you could cross over to the other side of the wing. We've got other players who we could put there now.
Max
Dalman. We've got players now that he can chip in, let him get some rest. He ain't got to do the full time. Even if he's not at his full fitness, we have people now that can back him in, that can now vouch for him and now step in. So, yeah, I'm happy for that.
PSG in the final. You was in Paris last year. I keep saying it's been a theme all season. I've maintained we were the better side when we went to Paris last season. And obviously, we're unfortunate to go out. But they're a great side. If you don't score when you're on top, you get punished.
Yeah, do you know what? PSG, last season, of course, we versed them 3 times last season.
Yep.
We won 1 at the Emirates and we lost 2 Emirates and PSG. And there's an interesting stat about that match that I almost forgot about. And we did have more XG than them.
I know.
We did create more chances.
We were the
than
better
them.
team.
We did put them under more pressure. In the first game, funny enough, ironically, what happened in the first game with us in the quarterfinals?
Marino scored, and I think it was adjudged to be offside from the header.
No, not that. I'm saying the part of yesterday in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, Dembele scored an early goal.
Yeah.
Closed it out.
He did it the same thing.
Did it here.
3
Scored
minutes,
early goal, closed it out. It's the exact same script that I went to. So other than that goal in the Emirates, they didn't have that much of everything else.
They kept the ball well, but after that we got into the game and started.
We had the offside goal, you're right, in the first game. And in the second game,
first 20 minutes, we were all over them.
We was all over them.
Yeah.
We didn't get the goal.
We didn't score, and then
we fell back.
Yeah.
And then even towards the end of the game, Saka scored.
Yeah. And there was a bit of an onslaught.
No, was it Trossard scored?
No, Saka.
Saka scored, and then Saka missed a very open chance goal.
Exactly.
And it's like, if that went
Donnarumma made some great saves as well.
Donnarumma, both games. Donnarumma had a man of the match performance over both legs.
That's what I'm saying.
So PSG, they're a great team, no doubt.
They're not infallible though.
But definitely from last season, from the three encounters that we have, there was nothing to walk away from to say they're out of our depth. We was out of our class.
Exactly.
There's nothing we could do on another day.
Exactly.
That could alternatively different. If Donnarumma wasn't in goal for the first game of the semi-finals last year, half those goals go in. At least one of those goals goes in.
Even Aston Villa, Liverpool, but you need to luck, not just quality, you need luck as well to win the title like
they
that.
went bar for bar with Aston Villa.
Yeah.
They went bar for bar, bad for bad with Aston Villa.
Literally.
And even lost the game to Villa, but they'd already won the first game, not aggregate enough.
Yeah.
So they can be scored against. We just need to click on the right day. I'll take PSG. They're not monsters. They're not beasts. They're not what we thought.
And don't forget, in 2006, it was in Paris that we lost to Barcelona. I'll never forget. I still remember that day like yesterday.
I remember that day.
It was raining in London and Paris.
I remember that day. It was my last day of school. I remember that day. After that, went into school for the last day on the note of Arsenal ain't won the Champions League. But 20 years. 20 years. So it's been a long time.
Shows you how hard it is to get to a final.
It is. And another thing to touch on as well. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got to be a critic. You're celebrating too much. You just got to the final. You ain't won it yet. Every team celebrates.
PSG.
Every team enjoys moments. Not even just PSG. Literally every club and team celebrate, enjoy moments, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
But why is it when it's Arsenal now, we get told off for why you celebrating for? Why you acting like you won it for? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Like literally, you saw PSG last year.
Yesterday as well, I saw the video in the changing room.
They were in the changing room, doing the madness. Last year, when I was there, just set off fireworks. And you know what? Fair play. Like, I'm not going to knock that.
Yeah.
You're an establishment. You're a team. You've been doing this for years with each other, working, grinding. You got one of the biggest results of your life. You're going into the Champions League final to win your first Champions League. Why can't you celebrate?
Yeah.
But why is it only... Ask me this. Why is it only Arsenal that get ripped apart?
Because whenever you talk Arsenal, it just is like a beehive. You mention Arsenal, you talk Arsenal. We're the most relevant side, relevant in quotation marks side.
Why has common sense got to come out the window? Why has got to be a Agbonlahor?
Double standards, innit? Double
why
standards.
Is he celebrating? What? This guy, he's a professional footballer who's been in this position. Did he not celebrate wins? He was at Aston Villa, a mid-table club at the time. Did your team not celebrate when you took points with the big boys? Did your team not celebrate when you won a match you weren't supposed to win? Did your team not celebrate in FA Cup when you knocked out the previous champions?
But hear this now. Does the narrative work for Man City to be bottlers, right? Because whenever we don't win a game, we're bottlers. But hold on, it was in their hands, so no one's saying they're bottlers. So what's going on with that?
The agenda will agenda.
There you go.
Just on Monday evening, they were top of the table. They win that game. They're back to being pole runners for the position. It's only people use common sense when you talk about Arsenal. When it comes to talking about Arsenal, people use no logic. People use no sense.
Yeah.
People are rash about it.
Yeah.
This, that. They're saying all sorts. It's a silly thing that's going around in football, you know. And it's a shame that even the professional pundits, the ones that are paid and certified and ex-players, say the same thing as well, you know. Just creating that narrative over and over and over again, man. It's getting tiresome. Like, what? We can't be happy. We can't be happy to see our club. A team can't be happy to hit milestones. Damn.
On the subject of critics, message to one of the biggest ones, John Obi Mikel. He talks a lot of nonsense. That guy.
He's another one. What makes it even more distasteful? What makes it even more hurtful to see is that you guys are players.
Yeah.
Like, people always criticize, if you didn't play the game, you can't say nothing. So why have you played the game and won stuff? But then you got these crazy takes, which make absolutely no sense, and just spreading it. What's he said recently?
He was saying, "Oh, Arsenal are bottlers. They're not going to win it. Man City are going to win it." Now he's trying to slightly tweak it and say, "Oh yeah, it looks like they're going to win it." He's not confirming.
That's
but
another. On that point of Janobi, he's not the only one.
Yeah.
Because what we're about to see now, we're about to see the tide turn. We're about to see a whirlpool, a cyclone. We're about to see the changing of guard, the changing of hands. People changing sides now.
Yeah.
For the last 5 to 10 years, Arsenal have been ridiculed, mocked, clowned. The banter club. They're not that good. They're not going to make it. They ain't got the facilities. Arteta know what he's doing. This and that and this and that. Watch slowly now over the next few weeks. Pundits, fans, people around on social media, the opinion slowly starts to change, or the bias slowly starts to change. Like, oh, well, if Arsenal win it, it's well deserved. They really did work for it. Oh, Arsenal, they come against all odds. You got to pay them respect. It's like, no.
Paul Scholes talks a lot of smack as well. Rooney.
No, do you know what, Rooney?
Rooney's a bit.
Rooney said in the last couple of weeks, Rooney spoke the most sense out of all the pundits. He said, is he ever getting a game? Maybe because he's part Everton, he was a bit on their side. He was like, I think Everton will take points. I think Arsenal got the two to do it.
Yeah, he did say that. Man City will drop points, yeah.
But a lot of pundits, a lot of people are now going to start changing sides. Oh, I knew Arsenal could do it. Oh, they deserve respect. No, you stand that side.
Yeah, you stay over there, man. Don't come over there.
You was happy to grill. You was happy to talk down. You was happy to dismiss the team, clown them, all this and all that for however many years. But now it's about to happen, and you're about to look very silly.
You know what they'll do, though? They'll demean our achievements. They'll say, oh, it was a poor league, set pieces, Man City dropped off.
Some will.
Yeah.
But some will come over, and some will try to redeem themselves. And especially, I tell you this, if we pick up the Champions League, there is absolutely... And here's this. I'm not going to let this point aside as well. Undefeated.
In the Champions League,
In the Champions League, undefeated. So no team that we versed has... We finished first in the group, so we didn't scam our way through with draw, win, and getting at, position number 23 or 24. No.
Yeah.
We came top. We beat everyone. We was undefeated. We got to the finals and we won it. There is not a soul on this planet. There is not a professional. There is not any Ballon d'Or winner could say anything to take that credibility away, to say that, oh, but this, oh, but easy run, oh, but that. No, absolutely nothing. So we win the double. There's gonna be a change of tides. There's gonna be a change of tone in almost every presenter. Because you can dismiss the Premier League for a season and be like, oh, well, I'm competitive league. Yeah, but what about the rest of the world? What about Europe? What about PSG in the final? What about Munich, Inter Milan? Munich, champions of Germany. Inter Milan, champions of Italy.
And it would have been PSG, the previous champions.
PSG, the previous champions. And also PSG currently, champions of France.
Yeah.
So we've beaten 3 champions. We've beaten a bunch of other top teams.
Yeah.
Sporting, the champions of last year.
Yeah.
So if we're going to dismiss the Champions League, then what are we really doing here? What are we really doing here?
What league position will Newcastle United finish in?
Damn, Newcastle, they fell off. Where are they now?
I'm pretty sure they're like 14th, 13th, 14th. They're struggling.
They're one of those teams that they're not going to get relegated.
Up and down, yeah.
But they're not going to get European.
No, they won't be in Europe.
Far from Europe. I think gauging 15th to 14th, 15th to 13th, I think they're going to go between that gauge. I don't see them doing much better or worse.
2026 manager of the season.
Arteta.
You know what, Kibsy said that, and when I thought, he's probably right, you know. I was thinking maybe the Brentford manager, but if you win the league after 22 years.
If you win a double, like...
You guys are probably right. It has to be Arteta, isn't it? 22 years.
Yeah, has to be Arteta. Winning the league after 22 years. Yeah. I think, I always think that one's always a bit of a... Who's the manager of the year? Well, the manager that won the title. Like, I think it kind of goes without saying. Last year, it was slop because he came into a team that hadn't won it in however many years. His first season and won it. Yeah, fair play to him. Before that, Pep, you four-peated. Yeah, sure, of course you're going to win. You've won it 4 times in a row. So I think it's always going to be the manager. In most cases, 9 out of 10, there's always going to be the exception to the rule. But in most cases, it's always going to be the manager that wins the league will win the manager of the league because they've done their job the best. They've won the league.
Sunday is the pivotal. Well, Saturday could be pivotal. Well, Sunday is going to be the final nail in the coffin. Could be. We'll go to the Olympic Stadium to take on West Ham United. Declan Rice derby, as they say. West Ham. Talk about the game, man.
People always say that, of course, clubs that are in relegation battles, they're fighting for their life. They want survival. They'll do anything that they can do. They're all in to win. Yeah, that's true. But then you got to look at the dynamic. You got a team that's fighting for survival, a team that's fighting to stay alive, who's been terrible for the majority of part of the season, hence why they are 17th. And on the flip side, You've got a team that's fighting for legacy. You've got a team that's fighting for the future. You've got a team that's fighting to build, to create, to be the champions, to be the best.
potentially go down as a legend.
Legitimacy, legacy. You've got a team that's fighting for all of those things against a team that has hardly won this season.
3 consecutive years finishing second, and it looked like it might be 4 at a point this season.
You could take
That could all be out the window.
We could take that in as well. But ultimately, over the course of the last 35 games, we have been the best team in the Premier League, without doubt.
Yeah.
We're against a team who has been 17th of that. I don't care what's on the line. We turn up and do what we always do. We turn up what we do for the majority of this season, and we walk through them. Also, another little thing to take in consideration too, West Ham are now 17th. They're now behind Tottenham. That means they now have to go for it. There is no waiting or falling back on anybody else. There is no relying on somebody else to save them. Because if they lose and Tottenham lose, they're still in that position.
I don't think they can though. That would be
ludicrous.
ludicrous.
Have to win. They have to win. So my point, what I'm getting at this is they've got to attack. No more low block.
If they attack, they get battered. We know that.
No more low
we know
block.
that. We know what happens
no
if the team
deep.
attacks.
No more plugging 8 man inside the box with one up there to run up. No more of that. You've got to come and fight. You've got to come and win. You've got to come at us and open up. And we know what happens when teams come to us and open up.
But that's what I'm saying.
Real Madrid did it. Atletico Madrid did it. Many teams in the Premier League have done it. And that's when it gets messy. Arteta likes a low block team. Arteta likes to take his time and break down those low blocks. But at the same time, we've got the attack, we've got the Eze.
Do you think Nuno will do that though?
No.
Because what I think Nuno will do, I think he will just try and get that draw, and he has to win the next 2. It won't be in their hands. But if you open up against Arsenal, it could be a 4 or 5. We've scored 5 in the last 2 years.
When are Tottenham playing?
Before that.
There we go.
Yeah,
so
Leeds.
If Tottenham win or draw that game or take points from that game.
Yeah. But they probably will.
Say Tottenham win that game. Okay, so you're now 5 points behind. So you're going to throw this game away.
You have to take a risk.
You're going to throw this game away.
It's mad.
Which close to relegation. It's
mad.
It's 3 games left, bro.
Yeah.
Not 10.
Yeah.
When yours 10 games left, okay, you can play easy. Now you got to see 3 games, 3 wins. If you want survival, 3 games, 3 wins. If you're going to sit back for 90 minutes, that is a team suicide. You are throwing your team away in the bin. You don't want to be in the Premier League anymore. You've got to come out and fight.
It's like what we were saying against Man City. If we didn't play like how we did, you're a sitting duck and they'll kill you anyway. So you might as well go toe for toe. We almost got something.
We've got to go toe for toe.
Yeah.
And I want them to have the confidence. I want them to see that. Of course, we lost to City, number 2 team in the league. We lost to Bournemouth. We lost to a team at home that we're not meant to lose to. You're at home. You got 3 games left. You're fighting for your survival. I want you guys to come out. I want to invite you guys to step into our half and to press us as much as you can. Let's make it a good old game of football. Let's have a PSG Bayern Munich first leg. Let's have one of those. Let's have one of those back and forth and see how long it lasts for. Because Atletico did that.
Yeah.
They were sitting back in the second half. Second half they came out, ended 4-0. Bayern Munich did that. Second half, 3-1.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we're in the predicament that we're in, because both teams now have to win.
Who will stay up, Rakeem Noble? You got Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham United.
I think at this point, unfortunately it's sad to say, it does look like Tottenham are going to stay up. It does look like Tottenham stay up. Like I said, I never thought Tottenham in the first place, when it all started about Tottenham in the relegation area, I never thought that it would actually get to that or it would actually last. So when I saw them actually jump into the relegation zone, I was over the moon.
Crazy.
But before that, like I said, I never thought they'll stay. I never thought they'd even make it there. The fact they've been there for a couple of weeks, what I originally said is that they'll find the resources, they'll put themselves together. Because let's be real, they've got the team to. Tottenham should be finishing minimum mid-table with the team and squad and the bills that they have. When Tottenham find their rhythm and come out of that slump, unfortunately they're going to push through and they're going to finish at a normal, well, not respectable anymore because it's going to be bottom half of the table, but
probably 15th or 14th or whatever.
If Tottenham want to, they've got the players to. When it clicks and when the Zerbi kicks in, they'll see themselves out. So I think it's West Ham.
Saturday, we have Wardley, Dubois. I know we've touched on it in recent weeks. Dubois is winning for me, but I know you think Wardley.
On my timeline now, I'm seeing all the media for Dubois and Wardley. It's not felt as big as maybe a few other fights, but still nonetheless, it's still a very interesting clash.
As I said, good one.
I feel like Wardley has the momentum. He's been running through everyone. He's been beating fighters that you wouldn't expect him to beat. The Joseph Parker fight for me really just shows where he's at, how far he's come along as a way. Dubois, definitely a more seasoned fighter at the world level. He's been in with Usyk, he's been in with Joshua. He's been in with
Baby Miller.
Baby Miller, yeah, we can take Baby Miller.
And there's another one, Hrgovic, yeah.
He's been with all of those guys.
Yeah.
But things with Dubois, I've seen it when it gets tough. he will take the knee. When he gets tough, he'll find a way out of there. When it does get tough, when he does get clipped, he does know when to call it a day. I'm not saying that can't happen to Wardley, but Wardley hits hard enough to make a fighter question whether they want to be there or not.
Good point.
And if the bar gets hit with what Wardley has, I don't think he's going to want to be in there for much longer. I think he will take a knee or get himself out of there.
If the fight goes, more rounds, who's got more of a chance to win? If it goes over 7, what are you saying?
See, definitely Dubois the better boxer. Dubois was a GB squad fighter, top-level amateur, had many fights around, a much longer amateur career than Wardley. Wardley was doing white-collar boxing, as we've all many times said. But definitely Dubois is the better boxer. But what we've seen from Wardley time and time again is that no matter when it is in a fight, he does possess that power. I believe it was his last 2 fights ago when he versed Honey from Australia. He was losing pretty much every round, and I think it was round 7 or 9. Despite being on behind every scorecard, one punch completely knocked him out. Wardley does have that power. He does have that power. Even against Fraser Clark in the first fight, even in the later rounds, he was still hitting Clark and putting him to the floor despite being fatigued and exhausted. So if the fight goes on to points, I'd see it probably being Dubois take the points to victory. But at the same time, if it gets later on in the fight, Wardley is still extremely dangerous. Dubois might be the better boxer. So is Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark was a much better boxer than Wardley. Fraser Clark's an Olympic medalist, GB squad for years. Definitely a better boxer on the technical ability level, but in boxing doesn't always come down to technical ability.
His head was
It
mash.
comes down to who punches harder and who's stronger and who's fitter and the other attributes. And Wardley has definitely shown that despite not having the boxing technicality of our fighters, he has that grit to him to win fights.
Bow! Thanks for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to like, hype, comment, share and subscribe. And most importantly, turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. And be sure to check out these playlists for more amazing videos. Only on Hybrid, powered by chinkseyMEDIA.